McCauley at Parade off in Syracuse, New York. I'd like everyone to turn their eyes to the back of the food log, because even last week when I said people needed to increase their protein and increase their fiber, people were saying to me, I don't know what to eat. I don't know. Is it in the back of your food log, everybody? Yeah, okay. I see people shuffling papers going, where am I, where am I? It's this week's packet. It's right behind, like it's a two-sided document, and right behind the food log, there's a sheet that says 30 grams of protein. Okay, so let's talk about it. Cup, and remember, don't talk about food if I'm talking about food. All right, a cup of Tempeh, we're going to talk about that. 5 eggs, we're just talking about 30 grams of protein, and we're supposed to have 100. Remember I said don't chat about food if I'm talking about food. Okay, I'm going to nail you tonight, guys. 2 cups of black beans. That's a lot of black beans. Greek yogurt, 1½ cups. Shrimp, 10 large. Organic tofu, 1½ cup. Wild tuna, 1 can. Cottage cheese, 1 cup. Chicken breast, 1 breast. One of the things that really has helped me get to 100 a day is for a snack, I have a Premier protein drink, which is 30 grams of protein. So I have that. It's 160 calories, which is a good snack, and it's got 30 grams of protein. Because eating 100 grams of protein a day, it's a challenge. It is. So you might need to have a drink. Now people say, well, what about protein bars? Protein bars are okay, but I don't usually find people overdoing it with the protein drinks. They didn't say, oh, I had 5 protein drinks today. No, you usually have 1. But those bars, they taste too good. They taste like candy. It's like having a candy bar. I see people going, protein bar snack, protein, like three or 4 protein bar snacks a day. No, you can't do that. So we're going to talk about tofu and tempeh tonight in detail, because how many people had tempeh last week? I'm not going to call on you. How many had it? You don't know what it is. Fair enough. How many people had tofu last week? 1 person? 2 people? Okay. Cottage cheese, remember what I said. A lot of people think I'm on a diet, I'm eating cottage cheese. Watch the fat and watch the calories. So the first thing we're going to talk about is tofu. Tofu is so versatile, and it's just made from soybean milk. And tofu is the Japanese name, and tofu is the Chinese name. And it's a nutritious part of a healthy diet. And it lowers your cholesterol. It even helps with menopause. If there's people in this group that are at that age, it can help with hot flashes. It puts more estrogen in your body. It can help with osteoporosis. It's enriched with calcium. And so often if you're eating processed foods, you're not getting the minerals that your body needs. Like most people will say, oh, I take I take iron and I take calcium. I have never met anyone who takes copper. No one said, yeah, I take a tablet of copper every day. And yet, copper is, you really have to have it to, your red blood cells really need it. And you can get it from certain foods, but it helps with rheumatoid arthritis, it helps with other arthritis. And copper also helps with flexibility in your blood vessels, bones, and joints. So I really think if you want to be buff, you can eat tofu. And if you don't want to eat it alone, because tofu takes on the taste of whatever you're cooking it with. So you can buy ground tofu. So let's say you're making spaghetti squash with ground turkey and onions and Rotel's tomatoes, and you're putting it all together, and it's delicious. Put a cup of tofu in there, ground tofu, and that's, what did I say, what is that, Tony, the 30 a cup of tofu?
1½ cups.
1½ cups is
30.
30. So put 1.5 cups, make sure you get it in yours, in your serving size of it. You won't even notice it. You will not even taste it because you'll be tasting the spaghetti squash and of the ground turkey and everything else. So it helps with omega-3s. It's an antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory. Selenium is in there. And it just is in the, you go to Wegmans. Is that where you get yours? It's in the, what you call it, the section, healthy food sections. And you can get it refrigerator. You can get it in a cube. You can get it ground. And the softest tofus are called silky or silken. That's the lowest in fat. And if you're looking for tofu with a high calcium content, look where it says calcium precipitated. And a few quick serving ideas. I love this idea. You get tofu and you get a tortilla. I got your attention now because everyone loves a tortilla, right? You get a you can get a gluten-free, nice, low-calorie tortilla. And wrap the tortilla with black beans and salsa, and you're going to get protein and you're going to get fiber, and you can put tomatoes and your favorite vegetables and seasoning, onions. I put onions and tomatoes on everything, and garlic, and you wrap it in a tortilla. It's delicious that way. So you really need, and I've even put in a recipe for an Italian tofu frittata. Now, frittatas are a great addition to the healthiest way of eating. And many of you are out there going, oh my gosh, I go to Finally Ours and I get their meat and cheese lovers frittata all the time. That meat and cheese lover frittata is enough to feed a family of 10. Has anyone ever seen it there? Yeah, and it's probably got so much sodium because it's got sausage and all those things in it. Now you can get a veggie frittata there, but I would get a veggie frittata, break it up and eat it for 5 meals. That's how big it is. Here's a nice Italian tofu frittata. It will rich in promoting A, C, K. K is great for bones, and this is easy. Listen to these ingredients: onion, garlic, zucchini. They still sell them in the winter, by the way. Red bell pepper, kale, tomato, some chicken or vegetable broth. Get the low sodium. It's just as good. Some red wine vinegar, some tofu, some egg whites. You can buy egg whites in a little carton. You don't have to be, fooling around with the egg yolks. Dried Italian seasoning. Mrs. Dash has got all kinds of great seasoning. Turmeric and salt and white pepper to taste. 2 tablespoons of parsley. It's just so easy, and it's 130 calories per serving. So let's say you want 2 servings. You want 260 calories. That is not a bad breakfast calories, and it'll really fill you up. Does everyone think that sounds pretty easy to do? Is anyone going to do it? Is everyone, did I lose everyone when I said tofu? Okay. I'm going to go right into tempeh, okay, because no one knows what that is. Tempeh comes from Indonesia and Malaysia. If we're going to change, we're going to have to think outside the box. You might discover something that you love. It's got a nutty flavor, and it soaks up the flavor of the sauces it's paired with. And they suggest that you steam the tempeh first for a good 10 minutes, and then it becomes tender. 20 grams of protein for just 192 calories. It has fiber, prebiotics, helps with your digestive health. It's got B12. It's firm and dense. Tofu is more soft and silky, so you could even grill tempeh on the grill, or you could take burger and cut a burger in half before you grill it, the raw meat, cut it in half, put a whole slice of tempeh on it, put the rest of the burger on top, then cook it. What I'm trying to do is for you afraid-y cats, kind of mask it a little bit because you need that protein. You need the protein. It's got a firm, you can get a crumbly texture, and you could use it for ground meat as well. Throw it into a chili. You can have a black bean chili with ground turkey, ground tempeh. You will not even notice, and you'll be getting full. I am meeting so many people, and I appreciate it, said to me tonight, oh, Ellen, you look like you've been losing some weight. The thing is, I am eating more food than I have eaten in years. In years. Starving does not work. Eating processed foods does not work. I'm still not having bread or alcohol or donuts or cookies. We're not on the, maybe if I have only 10 cookies a week, I'll lose weight versus 20 cookies diet. Cookies really shouldn't be on our plan unless we want it to be a every once in a while treat. You can air fry tempeh. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It could be tempeh, but maybe it's tempeh. I'm saying tempeh, but whatever it is, you can pan fry it. Now here's a 30-minute stir fry, and it does look a little hard to do. I'll be honest with you, because it asked you to get chili garlic sauce. I guess you can buy that, and it sounds kind of good. I've never bought chili garlic sauce, but I might try it. Now, coconut aminos, all that is soy sauce. Now, I stopped eating soy sauce years ago because I thought it had MSG in it. Most of them did, but they are starting to make it now without it. And then sesame oil, and then you can have it on quinoa, brown rice, cauliflower rice. You can modify this to be whatever you want. You can just take your own vegetables, cut up some tempeh and throw it in there, and it will taste like the vegetables. I really think you should experiment with it. Bob and I are going to experiment with it just for the fun of it. I'm going to stop right there, baby.
And you can get it in like in